Hi everyone, welcome to Carmen's Australian Storytime. I am in Cairns in one of the national parks. Now this took a bit of a trek. It was about 2 kilometres to get here and the track was beautiful. It's full of quartz, so I was thinking about a friend of mine called Shay who loves his rocks, and Lucia and Samson who also love rocks. And once you get here, look at this magical place. And we are the only ones here today, so it's even more magical and more special. It's called Hartley's Creek Waterfall, and if you ever get a chance to trek up here, come and find it. It's a little bit off the beaten track, but so worth it. This is the rock pool before we get to the waterfall. And today I thought, what better place to read Fire Wombat, a Jackie French book who you know I already love, and Danny Snell has done the illustrations. Now, a portion of each of the sales of this book go to the Wombat Protection Society, so of course I had to get this book. It's also just been written and it's called Fire Wombat, so it's actually about the 2020 bushfires. Let's have a look at the blurb. As the flames of a bushfire approach, one small wombat shelters with other animals in her burrow, but that is just the beginning of their journey to safety. Based on events witnessed by Australian Children's Laureate Jackie French during the 2020 fires and co-created with award-winning illustrator Danny Snell, this is a story of courage, compassion and survival, which saw people across Australia come together to save our wildlife from devastation. And that's something we're doing on our trip this year, is trying to buy local everywhere we go. Let's see how this wombat survives the bushfires. Early morning, earth is mourning, breathing heat, brown leaves and smoke. It was very intense and very hot in Australia. The monster called a bushfire woke. Grey sky became its scarlet cloak. Also a rhyming book. It's always a sneaky breeze in my books. Fire's hunger swallowed dry, colour lost to black and grey. Swallowed day, coloured lost to black and grey. Because dry and grey don't match, do they? Sorry, I'm reading this and it's a little bit glary on that side. Trees grew flickering flames and hair. The wombat smelled the ash-thick air. So the animals know. They're in tune with nature and they know to get out of the way. Sorry, I'm sitting on a rock here. Other creatures woke and fled, spurred by age-old pounding dread. A bounding tide of kangaroos, a screaming flock of cockatoos. Goannas dug in termite mounds, echidnas scratched dirt all around. The only safety, underground. Because even the birds, the ash and the thick smoke is not good for them. That was where the wombat fled. Others followed where she led, to ancient tunnels, cool and deep, where even bushfires can't creep. Their world was flame, the air was black, strangers yet all huddled back. No one growled or tried to bite, all through that fire-eaten night. Sky blazed red as they crept out, gazed unbelieving all about. Everything they'd known was grey, a crumbling ash and smoke-smudged day. So the problem is now that their home has been destroyed and so has their food supply. Burning pores and sun-crazed heat, no trees, no grass, no food to eat. The little wombat sniffed the air. Was there water anywhere? Stumbling through charcoal in pain, up the mountains, down again, days and nights of growing weak, then at last, a stone dry creek. Imagine if there was absolutely no water here right now. Head on paws, she closed her eyes. awoke to crashing from the skies, and found her nose near drinking water, dried grass, roots, and other fodder. She crept upon her charcoal feet to find the strange food good to eat. The humans are dropping supplies for the animals. Wallabies, bettongs, kangaroos, all it seemed had smelled the news that all across the smoke-filled nation there'd been a vast carrot migration. So they're trucking in carrots. And they're having a bushfire fundraiser. I think nearly every single person in Australia has contributed to at least one bushfire fundraiser. Isn't it amazing when we all work together? Others flourished though trees drooped. Goannas feasted, eagles swooped. Grass trees blossomed, feeding bees. Native mice carried seeds. Kookaburras, currawongs. Slowly the bush regained its songs. Now, if you have a look on the ABC, they've been running a series about that, and you can watch the regeneration of the bushland and the animals that are coming back and the babies that are being born. It's very cool. I was hoping a platypus might pop its head up while I'm reading. I hope Mr. Jones is on the lookout for creepy crawlies around here. Until at last clouds tumbled high, once again a dull grey sky. But now the weeping sky gave rain, sweeping off black fire's stain. The monster's heat and all its slaughter, defeated by the power of water. New leaves erupted from burned roots, black seeds blossomed with green shoots. Her burrow could again be home, and so she walked, but not alone. And there's the Wombat back in her burrow, and I love the little green shoots that Danny Snell's drawn around the outside, showing that yes, the bush is growing back. And the author's note says, Australian animals are adapted to bushfires. Koalas curl at the tops of the tallest trees, usually safe as the flames burn the bark and leaves below. Bats wake at the scent of smoke. Lizards know to find rock crevices. Echidnas burrow down and scratch up dirt to cover the skin under their protective quills. Many Australian animals can slow their metabolisms to sleep until the fires have passed, then seek out unburnt gullies. But in the Australian bushfires of 2019 and 2020, whole trees exploded. When the flames hit, their losses were so vast that there was no food for the few survivors to find. Wild animals needed human help so that even more species did not become extinct. Those animals still need to stay wary of humans, as they may follow people or cars hoping for food. The wrong food or polluted water can also kill them. If you want to help wildlife after disasters, donate to a wildlife charity or join a group that can train you in animal care. We humans have taken so much of this earth. Unless we create safe refuges for animals, our planet will soon become silent, except for the sound of us humans. That would be really sad, because especially in Australia, we have some amazing, amazing, amazing animals, like the platypus, that you can only find here in Australia. Jackie French, I think, is going for another CBCA award, because that book is amazing. If you get a chance to buy that book, go ahead and buy it. It will be a great addition to your book library. All right, thank you for joining me in this magical place on this magical day, and thank you to Uncle Fred for helping us find this spot. Great location. See you next time.